Hey guys, welcome back. It is way too bright. Much better. Oh, that's nice. That's much more better. Um, Libras, we are doing what you need to know. I just spaced out and had to clean my. That's weird. Okay. What you need to know, Libras. All right. Um. Okay. So before I got ready to do readings today, I was like, I'm gonna dress up and I'm gonna do something. I don't know. Get ready. And then immediately hit me and I was like, no. I need comfort. I need to feel safe. I need almost like I needed my protective bubble. And if you guys have been on my channel for a while, you guys know this hoodie, any black hoodie, but specifically this one, even though it has a hole that I've been meaning to patch up because I'm unwilling to part with this sweater, um, is like my protective hoodie. Anyway, and then I was feeling really good. My energy was really good this morning. And then as soon as I tapped into your energy, I felt really melancholy-ish. Really melancholy. I felt a lot of melancholy. Um, I'm trying to think of the proper word for that, but it's not coming to me. Yeah, it's bothering me. And then I feel like my brain can't focus. I don't know. I can't seem to focus. I don't usually have a hard time focusing in readings. I don't know. Is this how ADHD feels? Do you guys have ADHD? I don't know. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? Yeah. I need to get through this. I'm having a really hard time focusing, guys. And I did all my rituals, so I don't think it's me. I really think it's you. Are you guys having I even want to like cry now. And yeah, I am not crying again. You guys did this to me last time. Nay, nay. You guys are not doing this again to me. What is this? What is this? What do you need? What do you need? I feel like that's how you guys feel. What do I need? What is my it feels like your soul is calling out to something and you're not heeding the call. I swear I've done like 3 oils, I saged, I did my own little prayer, I meditated. And when I say pray, I pray different than other people. Okay, let's keep going. I'm having a really fucking hard time focusing. Okay. Yeah, we got Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? There's a need right now to be taking care of yourself. A lot of self-love. A lot of also motherly love. I feel like Libras know how to give that. Even if you're a masculine, you guys know how to, Libras know how to tap into that energy. For the most part, right? At least all the Libras that I've met know how to tap into that motherly energy. And there's a need, and you're very good at giving it to other people, but sometimes it's very difficult on giving it to yourselves. Yeah, all the Libras that I've known in my life have had a hard time mothering themselves. It's almost like I want to say reparenting, but that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting a soft gentleness. It's almost like you feel like there's something lacking, and what it is, it's almost like a mother's touch. Sorry, I have a hair. I'm telling you, I'm so not grounded. Let me actually try that. Okay, that helped a little bit. Star family. You're part of a team of souls calling for support. Yeah, you have a lot of people ready to help you. You have a lot of people that are from your soul family. And this deck deals with people who are like star seeds, who are not, if you don't understand, like basically people who are aliens. They're not from here, we're from different planets. Um, and you have guides that are not just normal guides. You have guides here on the 3D, but you also have guides on the 5D. Not even in the, yeah, like in the 5D, but I don't know how to explain that. It's not actually like I'm that's a whole different. I'm not gonna do that. But in the 5D, where let's just use a 5D, okay, where you can get help, you can receive. Um, I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know if this is ADHD. I don't have ADHD. My brain works. I don't know, but I keep getting like lost. It's not even like sometimes I don't even get like focused on other thoughts right now. It's almost like I get focused on things. Like right now my mind just went blank. I don't know what the fuck this is, and I don't like this. Um I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. My nose itches. You guys are making my nose itch. And you guys are making me really unfocused. We're 6 minutes in, bruh. Alright. Let's get it all out. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Yeah, you're going through something. You're going through something. I feel like you might be going through an eagle death because it feels very empty as well. I'm telling you, I'm not focused on anything else. Like, I keep focusing on little shit. Like, I started my reading and then I started to organize my bottles. And then I was speaking and all of a sudden all the thoughts left my head and I was just like, like I'm doing, you know what it feels like? It feels like Pisces energy. But I'm not actually like Pisces energy. You know how like Pisces, they love to live in fantasy and fantasize basically like a whole life. But instead of like fantasizing, I'm going up into like that space, but it's empty. I don't feel like, I don't know how to explain this. Maybe if you guys know what this is, because you guys actually have this, you guys can explain it to me, but I don't understand this, and it's really affecting me. Like, I can't function like this. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Yeah. And then a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Yeah. So I feel like you guys are going through a change. And then trust the niggle. What is the niggle? I hate this. What's a niggle? It sounds too close to something else, and it yeah, okay, niggle, Niggle. Um, okay, let me gather my thoughts because I'm seeing the message, but it's almost like you know those stories where you go forward and then you go back and then you go like to the middle and then the end. It starts with the end at the beginning. That's how I'm getting your reading, and this is really throwing me the fuck off, okay? What the fuck is a niggle? I'm guessing like, yeah, look, protection, call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. Alright, Libras, I feel like you guys have someone pulling on your energy. You could have dealt with people that were soul sucking, that were trying to destiny swap, that were just using you, that were attachments, to be honest. People that had attachments, or even like succubus spirits. There's a need to completely cut this off, cut this energy off, because I feel like there's still some lingering attachment there. And you're needing to have higher boundaries. I feel like maybe you guys have a hard time maybe being mean. And you don't necessarily have to be mean to cut off boundaries. Libras do have, at least, again, the Libras that I know, they do have a hard time putting up boundaries because they feel like they're being mean. So they feel like they have to over explain themselves. And I've had this conversation with a couple of my friends who are Libras. And basically it was like, understand that no is a full sentence. But why? Because I fucking don't want to. That's why. I don't owe you an explanation. It's as simple as in no. Now, obviously, if it's a wife, if it's where there's a contract, a child, I would even go as far as to say like a parent if you're close to them. But I know for a fact that me and my mother, we're closer than ever before. But if I were to say no, it means no to my mother, right? We're closer than before, but we still don't have that boundary where she's like, I'm your mother. I don't give a fuck. You didn't take that role seriously growing up. So you don't just claim mother and be like, oh, well, I say no. No, we don't just give people that role because of blood or because of, no. We give people their role because they actually do their role, their part in whatever they're calling themselves, right? If you're married to someone and they're out in the streets and doing whatever, and, a wife a woman does not make, or a husband a man does not make, right? Just because you get married doesn't make you a good woman or a good man or even a husband or a wife. That just means you have a paper that says you're stuck with this person, right? And then they come home talking about, I'm your wife. Bitch, you were out in the streets. You're the wife of the streets. You're not my wife. I don't know what you're talking about. Labels don't mean shit to me, okay? Behaviors mean shit. Actions mean shit. The way that I'm being respected means shit to me, right? You could be closer to me and I have no blood, no connection, and it's the way that I am treated that you're going to get a version of me towards you, right? And so understand that it doesn't matter who it is. And like I said, if a wife ain't wifey, then I don't give a fuck about the label. You gotta go. No means no. That's a full fucking sentence. Full stop. Full stop. Now with children, that's different. You have to fucking weave and web and, oh my goodness. My daughter's like, you wanted to have kids? I was like, no, girl, I wanted to have sex. She always gets mad. Anyway, moving on. Yeah. Okay, I'm past that energy. Oh my god, I feel so much better. I feel free. Free falling. Alright, there's a need to mother yourself right now. This woman right here does look pregnant. So you could be dealing with a mother, you could be dealing with a baby mama, or you could be pregnant, or you could be getting somebody pregnant. They're asking you to ask for support. The universe always said, we're going to give you as much as we need to give you, but if you feel like you can't take anymore or you need a break, it is your God-given right to receive that. So if you need help to intervene, angels, guides, whatever, just ask for that. And they'll come in and intervene in situations that maybe you feel like you need more help in, right? With Keepers of the Earth, you are not alone. Yeah, your ancestors are beside you, and I feel like you're breaking some kind of I don't want to say a curse. I feel like you're breaking a karmic cycle of, I'm not sure yet. We have to go deeper. Where maybe you didn't have strong boundaries. And I feel like maybe you thought you had strong boundaries, but you don't. Or maybe you're afraid of coming off mean. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a shit if you're mean? Be mean. Be mean. Some people really need to get fucking just chin check, honestly, because you are coming into a new earth. You're coming into a new vision. It is already happening for you, but what do I say? Whenever you're coming in to a new world, or let's say new people around you, you're coming in, let's say you're coming into a new relationship with somebody that's very high vibrational, right? And you're bringing people in with this negative vibration. That's like bringing peanuts to somebody that has a peanut allergy. You don't bring peanuts to the party, bro. Don't bring peanuts to the party. Yeah, no. You are putting that other person in danger because your boundaries are not strong enough, which leave doors open for them to be attacked energetically, physically attacked, like not necessarily physically attacked, maybe, I hope not, but like talked about, that kind of thing. But when you put a hard fucking no, that's a hard no. And if it continues, then you know what? You can't be a part of my life. Because I won't let you disrespect me, what I believe in, who I love, X, Y, and Z, right? There has to be a boundary. There has to be a fucking boundary. There has to be. Yeah, transformation. You're in transition right now. Like I said, you could be um in the womb energy. It's almost like, I think I did have this for you guys a couple weeks ago, where you guys were in nesting. You guys were nesting, right? Because it was almost like you were about to give birth. Some of you guys are obviously not going to give birth. A lot of you guys are being transformed, and you guys are being rebirthed, right? And so you guys are going through, see that it almost happened again. I almost like got lost in the sauce of my TV. I think some of you guys have ADHD. I don't know what ADHD feels like, but if I had to guess, it would be something like this, where I keep getting like, squirrel. Because my daughter, she has really bad ADHD. The kind where like, even foods, she can't eat certain foods. We had a fight about shower heads, and then but it turns out that the shower head, the feeling of the other, anyway, she has ADHD. That the weird, yeah. Anyway, with the Eight of Pentacles, yeah, working together and growing together, with your soul family. There's a need here to understand that it's not just 3D, it's not just energetical. And maybe I'm hearing that you guys call in maybe like help from God. Maybe you guys have a close relationship to Jesus, but your ancestors are there as well. And there's actual angels that want to help you. You can call in your ancestors to guide you. Remember, a lot of them did sign up to guide you along this path because you are breaking generational curses, and because you are breaking, I feel like you're breaking curses that are going to change your lineage, and they really want you to do this, right? With Keepers of the Earth, you're not alone. And ancient ancestors stand beside you. You got the wheel. There's changes happening, and it's happening quick. And with the wheel, this is karmic breaking. This is like you breaking all of the cycles. Almost all of you've been dealing in karmic cycles. You're going to be moving into a dharmic cycle, where you no longer have karma with the people that you deal with. You're not going to be learning those hard lessons where you get cheated on, where you're dealing with people that just use you. You're now going to be dealing in dharmic energy, where it's going to be learning like in a good way, right? It doesn't mean you're not going to continue to learn. In fact, I think you'll learn more, because when you're copacetic and you have that synergy with someone, oh, the amount that you can learn by just being and speaking and having conversations. And every day I learn this and I learn that, and oh, this person expands my mind, right? Instead of learning of like, all I'm learning is that these people don't know how to love, and I have trauma that I'm bonding to. Or I have to worry about my money because I don't trust these people. Or I have to worry about giving too much of myself, or telling these people, being vulnerable, because these people turn around and use it against me. Do you know how lonely that makes you feel with the sun clarity? Oh my god, it's just beautiful. Once you set boundaries, you're gonna see the truth about who these people are, and all the bullshit that you've been allowing people to take from you, people to I also heard like clouding your sun, clouding your sun, but also from receiving your sun, almost like receiving your sun energy. It's right there. Receiving your sun energy, and I'm getting like happiness. What is sun energy, right? Sun energy is that vitamin D. You know what I'm saying? It's been 84 years. Anyway, yeah, you haven't received that sun energy with the Ace of Cups. Shut the fuck up, Libras. Oh my god. Oh my god. A new earth, the Ace of Cups, and this is gonna be dharmic energy. This is not gonna be karmic energy. This is going to be that good. And I did say that vitamin D, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that vitamin D. With the Six of Swords, there's a need to detach from what is no longer serving you, um, and release that shit. I feel like you're holding on still. I feel like you let go of some things, but you're still holding on to other things because they're your comfort blanket. They're your comfort blanket, right? Where you were like, I was like, today I want to do something new and I want to get ready and I want to do this, and all of a sudden I was like, no, I want to be comforted. I was like, no, I need comfort, right? But no, the universe is saying like, yo, look, with the Queen of Wands here, determination. You need to be determined with the Nine of Swords. Yeah, you have anxiety. But this is the Ace of Pentacles. Yo, this is abundance. And this is not abundance that the 3D world says, oh, this is money. Which it could be. This is abundance. And I'm seeing the spectrum of abundance. Smacks is off the charts. None compared to anything else. I'm seeing an abundance of like, I'm seeing a lot of greenery. So a lot of trees. So I don't know if you like to plant, or, you know, with the Ace of Cups, it could be with, you know, somebody that's coming in. Because it does say fondness, and the Ace of Cups could be a new start in love. It could be somebody, but it could also be a new start in love for yourself, where you love yourself so much unconditionally that you have those boundaries, right? That is the respect. That is the self-love. That is the motherly love. What does a mother do when she sees that you have a friend that is not good for you? I don't like that person. I don't want you hanging out with them. You need to do that for yourself. You need to do that for yourself. If you are over 18, you need to do that for yourself. Right? And even if you're older than 18, because this happened with me, just not just barely, it's been a year. We got a new neighbor, and it was a girl, and my daughter has a hard time making friends. And she wanted to be friends with her, but as soon as I met her, I was like, I had to talk, like, just be careful. It is giving whatever, right? And I had to talk with her. And then I let her do her thing. And then she came back, like, every time she would come back, it was something. And I was like, I still gave her the choice, right? But I explained to her what I was seeing. And she's like, yeah, I'm seeing the same thing. Like, she would let her borrow stuff, and then she'd give it. And my daughter doesn't have a lot of shit. Like, we've been low key. Like, it's been, things have been everywhere. Everyone, right? It's been tight. So my daughter doesn't have an overabundance of shit, right? And so the little things that she has, she would let this girl borrow it, and then she'd return it damaged. And I'm like, you know, that seems intentional, because it's not even the first time. And, you know, you borrow her stuff and you give it back to her, and it's perfectly fine. It's taken care of. I would never want to borrow something from someone and be like, I'll give it back to you all fucked up. You know what I mean? That seemed very intentional to me. And so when I started to point out things like that, she was like, yeah, no, she was very upset. She was very upset that she had done that. And she was like, I'm going to tell her to pay me back. I'm like, you know, you can, but most likely she's not going to. I would just learn and move on. Right? Because It's a learning experience. And it's the same shit with people, man, even adults. Like, some people just want to destroy because they see you for whatever reason. This girl has more than my daughter, but yet she still wanted to destroy my, like, I don't get it. This is how humanity is. Like, okay, I have more money than you, but you have better energy than me, so fuck your stuff, because, I don't know what this is. Moving away from all the bullshit. You have a beautiful, oh my god, Queen of Swords. Yeah, using your logic. Using your logic, but not in this Ace of Cups here. Using your logic in what you need to, the niggling feeling. The niggling feeling, alright? It's time. It's time, Libras. It's time to detach. It's time to move forward. You have beautiful shit. Like, this reading is, look at all this. You have, I don't actually know what the transformation is, but I'm pretty sure it's a major arcana. You have the wheel, major arcana, the sun, major arcana, the ace of cup, major arcana. You have 4 major arcanas. This is powerful. This is a powerhouse reading. This is not as simple as in like, oh, you're gonna get a raise and work. No, this is life changing. What you're going into is life changing, but you cannot bring peanuts to the party when there's someone that has a peanut allergy. Or in any case, it's like saying, let's say you're dealing with somebody, or you're very intuitive, highly intuitive, and you have a narcissist in the group. Bro, when I tell you that if there was a narcissist in my person's group, in the inner group is what I mean, right? Because we all have to deal with people, right? In an inner group, though, I would run so quick. No, I'm protecting myself and my life and my peace and my kids, because we've been through enough. I've paid my dues, right? And I feel like Libras, you guys pay your dues as well. So there's no need to keep going through this shit, man. Alright, let's get you guys some guidance cards. You got water magic. Yeah. I feel like you guys need some water magic. You guys need a cat. And earth magic. There's a need. Oh, that's weird. There's a need to do water magic. So, tub, salt baths. Even speaking into your water, like, I'm all choking now. And then earth magic, which is walking, going into the forest, grounding yourself. Remember, I was having a really hard time grounding myself. I think I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Is it coming or not? I think it went away. Okay. Yeah, so water magic and earth magic is what you're needing right now. And if you don't do this, it's as simple as in, like, earth magic would be, using earth elements, grounding the earth, trees, hug a tree. If you walk, go to where there's grass, take your shoes off, lay in the grass. If it's snowing, maybe don't lay in the snow. And then water magic would be baths, like stuff like that, like water rituals, that kind of thing. Yeah. So I would also add like stones into your waters, like these. I don't know if you can see that, my cups. You guys have seen my cups. So like water magic, where you put the tumblers here, like this one right here is my citrine tumbler. And it has my Merlin, I'm thinking of Merlin oil, and then it has citrine inside the tumbler, and it also has like the what is it called? The lava lamp, and then it has citrine on the top, and then the straw, and then of course you put in your water. Yeah. So there's a ton of things you can do with just simple water. Anyway, connect with Gaia. What did I say? Alright, anyway, Libras, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. I'm going to leave it here, and I hope this helped.